Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of Dirty Dog Trucking on ATS. Today, we are in Texarkana, Texas. We were at our garage over in Texarkana, Arkansas, which is right across the street, basically. You can almost see it from here. And we found a load in Texarkana, Texas, going up to Cookeville, Tennessee. This should be a straight shot, about 10 hours plus, and we're going to go straight across 40, which is also going to be 30 for a while. When we get up to Little Rock, it will branch off. We'll be on 40 by itself. But we're going to take the same road we took the other day, unfortunately. I'm trying to get new roads, but some places you go, you just don't have the loads that you want. And, you know, it's that happens in real life as well. So we're going to get on the road here, but, you know, it does happen. You don't always get the load you want. You kind of have to take the loads that are available. And that's how it works. So we're going to do what we have to do. We're going to get up to Cookeville. And hopefully, I'm hoping that we can possibly get up there and find something going northeast. Something a little different than
Make
what
a
we've been
U-turn.
going. Make a U-turn. What are you talking about? We're going, I don't know what they're talking about to make a U-turn. I don't know what they're talking about. GPS does not work very well on this game, on the coast to coast. I can tell you that it has a lot of issues with it, it seems. You know, it tells you to turn right when the GPS says to
Go
go straight.
straight.
Told me to take a U-turn when we're not wanting to make a U-turn. We want to go this way. So we just have to kind of do what we have to do. You know, sometimes GPS in real life doesn't work real well too. So we just have to do what we're going to do. But this load should be a pretty good sized video, not a overly long, maybe 40, 45 minutes maybe. I have been putting up what I call raw videos, which means no editing. I just simply throw it up and that's what you get. Not sure what's in them. I don't even look at them. The last three I haven't even looked at. I just put the intro in, the outro in, rendered it, and sent it up to YouTube. And still learning all of this. I know that I can edit. I can render more than one at a time. I used to think I could only render one at a time, and it was taking forever. So I thought today, well, I'm going to try to render 3 of them at one time. And it did it. It did it. So we can render more. The rendering is a process of converting it from the capture software after you edit, the post edit, and it turns it into an MP4 that is that you can upload to YouTube. And then once it gets to YouTube, you have to upload it, and that takes a while. And then it has to process on YouTube. That takes a while. And then you can go in and put in your other information, the description, the end card. You know, you put in different things on it, like where I have at the end of it to subscribe to my other channel. You have to add that. And so it's a process. It takes time. So to cut out one of the steps, which is a huge step, because I don't have to watch the entire video to before I render it. And sometimes that's, you know, an hour, 2 hours out of the process for each video. So that helps. Today is actually Memorial Day in the United States. And you won't see this until July 20th, I believe. But this is actually being filmed or being played on May 25th. For the 26th. I'm not even sure what day it is. Not really sure, folks. It's the 25th. Okay, just look over at my other screen. I do have 2 monitors. The other one has the time on it. This monitor that I'm on right now that you're seeing takes up the entire screen. And the other one is the capturing software and just like a blank screen with that on it.
Stay left, and then turn left.
So we trying to cut out some steps on the editing without shortchanging anything. Sometimes
Turn
I have
left.
to edit, sometimes I don't. Just depends on the video. The video with "This is why we don't drive at night." That is one of those "what you see is what you get" videos. That's why I don't drive at night. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. It was one of those disaster videos, a failed video where we went out to pick up a load and we couldn't even find the place. It said to turn right and there was a fence. And then you had to turn right and then turn left, and then it was a building, and it was a disaster. By the time we got there, the load was gone. And it wasn't that far away. We were not far away from it at all when we started out. But it was one of those disaster videos, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put it up anyway. Although I don't usually do that. Sometimes I have a disaster video and you'll never see it. But in that case, it didn't make me look bad. It made them look bad, right? So it's okay.
Stay right, and then turn right. Turn right.
30 east. I think we're going to discover Little Rock. And I believe that's the only place that we're going to discover on this one. All the way to Cookeville, because we've already discovered West Memphis, Memphis, Nashville. And so I think the only thing we're going to discover on this one might be Little Rock. And not even sure that we're going to discover that. Not really sure that we're going to discover that one, because it seems to me we went by there on I-40 before and we didn't discover it. So I don't know, maybe if we come up on 30, maybe we'll discover it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we won't discover any new cities. I would like to. That's part of the goal of my game, is to discover the cities and buy garages where we discover cities and this and that and the other. But it's not all about just running up and down the roads, right? So, we'll see. We have not been on this road before. You can see it turns yellow right there on the GPS. If you watch the GPS, it's gray, and then when we get to a certain place, it pops up yellow. And the reason for that is because that's a new road for us. For some reason, it's popping up the other side of the highway too, which is good. I don't have to come back that way to get that side. That cuts our work in half, doesn't it? So I hope everyone's having a good day today, wherever you are in the world. I know I have subscribers all over the world, so that's why I don't just assume that everyone's in the United States. And this channel seems to be doing fairly decent with subscribers. The other channel, Peterbilt 352RV, is struggling a little bit. I think I have 63 subscribers over there as of today. And there's over almost 300 on this one. Still not where I'd like to be. I'd like to be up to over 1,000 and have my 4,000 hours of views so I can monetize my channel. But it takes time. Hopefully we'll get there. You can help me out by sharing this with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. Tell everybody what a great video it is, even if you don't like it. As I run off the road, trying to get people to subscribe, I'm running off the road here. That's not fun. So leave a comment down below. Leave a comment down below and tell me what part of the world you're in. I'd love to know. Oops, Pepsi truck. Pepsi Cola. But there's a lot of those being drank today, the holiday. People tend to get together on Memorial Day and 4th of July and Labor Day and have picnics in the United States. So I'm sure there's a lot of Pepsi being drank today.
Stay left.
Speeding along here, aren't we? I'm trying to see the scenery just like you guys are. Not really paying attention to the speed limit here. Oh, it's a cool wrist there with a scale. Didn't tell us we had to stop, so I guess we're okay. Didn't tell us we didn't have to stop, so I don't know what that was about. I did some reading on this Coast to Coast and Canadream and Viva Mexico, and the consensus is that this mod is not to replace the paid mod. It is an addition to the paid mod. And when the paid mod comes out, that basically this is a fill-in because people like I was getting tired of playing the game because there's only 7 states and I've been to all of them and done all that. And so a lot of people, I guess, were in the same place, that were getting tired of traveling the same 7 states. So in order to keep the game going, somebody came up with the idea to create the other 41 states ahead of the paid mod from SCS, simply to keep people interested in the game, I think. And so there are going to be errors because this is done by amateur modders, not professional modders. Although they've done a great job, there are things that are lacking that the professionals have more time and more resources to put in. So that's why you'll see errors in the game. And there will be, mistakes made and things. As long as you can play the game, that's really the goal. It's not really to be perfect. So when I say that a street sign's not correct or something like that, it doesn't mean that it's going to be corrected or that it's a major issue, because it's not. It's really not a major issue. It's more of a cosmetic or aesthetic thing that maybe we'd like to, in the paid mod, I'm sure all that'll be fixed. But for this mod, it doesn't really matter. We're just traveling, trying to see all 41 of the other states. And it keeps people interested in the game. So I understand that. I get that. Because I was at the same point where, I've driven all those roads before. I've taken all those loads. I've done all that. It got to be where it was redundant. It was, oh, we did discover Hot Springs, Arkansas. Okay. But, it got to be redundant with the same roads and the same things. And, you get tired of it. So that's why I picked up this mod, and that's why a lot of other people have picked it up. And the person that actually created some of the mods, I guess the Canadream, I think, maybe, has kind of fallen off the face of the earth. And so other people have picked it up and have done what they can with it. But, yeah, it's still a good mod. It's not perfect. Like I said, it's not perfect, but life isn't perfect. So it is what it is. And I'm okay with that. And I hope everyone else is. That
Stay left.
It's not a perfect mod, but it is certainly exceptional in the sense that, you think about the work that's put into these mods. And I don't know if you know how to make a mod, but I looked at it and oh my gosh, they are difficult. And I am certainly not a modder. I've never done one before. I knew nothing about mods until I started playing this game. But I looked at the software that they use to make them with, and I couldn't even figure that out. So kudos to the ones that can. And I certainly don't blame anybody because something isn't perfect on the game. It's very difficult. So thank you to all of them for putting the game together. We discovered Little Rock too. Okay. I think that is the last one that we're going to discover. I'm not sure. I didn't
Stay
know we
left.
discover Hot Springs, but I think this is the last one we'll discover in this part of the game. But again, it takes a great deal of work to put together a mod. It's not just a one-day process. This
Stay
has
left.
taken a lot of time. There's an airport over there, Little Rock Airport. I saw a plane. I hope there's an airport. I saw a jet landing. I hope there's an airport over there if there's a jet coming down. If not, there will be tomorrow, right? Okay, so we should be coming up on West Memphis next. West Memphis, I believe, is in Arkansas. And then Memphis is in Tennessee. Then the next city that we'll pass, and I don't know if we'll discover it, is Jackson, Tennessee. And then Nashville, Tennessee. And then Cookeville. So we're moving right along here. We've got about 7 hours, about 7.5 hours left. But we're getting there. Now there is a lot of road between the two cities in this game. Where the paid mod, they have more gas stations, more exits, more scales, more truck stops, which is kind of ironic because I was always complaining there weren't enough truck stops on the other side on the paid mods, and now I get over here and there's very few. I think the truck stops are limited to the cities where you deliver. I don't think that they are plentiful, but that's okay. Again, I'm just happy to be playing the game. And
Stay right.
Somebody else doing the work, because it is a lot of work to get this done. We better slow down. Better slow it down here. Not sure my steering's working well enough to go around that at 70 miles an hour. Ooh, that could have been disastrous, right? That could have turned out really, really bad for some people. I've only totaled one truck in this game, and that was when someone pulled out in front of me and I swerved and ran it up a cliff. Flipped it over. And they wouldn't even let me drive away. Usually you can drive away from the accidents. Not that one. Not that one, folks. You're not going to drive away from that one. And so I had to cancel the load, and got towed in, and they rebuilt my truck. And it was like, $80,000 worth of damage to the truck or something. It's a ridiculous amount. Now, I do know in this game, if you wreck your truck, you only pay 20% of the damage. The insurance company always pays the other 80%. So, and I know that because I've wrecked my truck. And others have wrecked it for me. So, in that case, someone pulled out in front of me and I swerved and missed them and lost control and ran up over up over a cliff. Not a cliff, but a bunch of rocks and stuff on the side of the road, like I guess you call it a hill, I don't know. But it was up, it wasn't down. So it flipped over, and I'm okay. I didn't get hurt. That's one thing in the game. You don't get hurt if you flip over a truck, which is good. Some of the games I think would have you where you actually die if you wreck. This game doesn't do that. So, I did leave a message on the SCS forum about the download. I went to download another one this morning, and it was the same thing. It was full of malware. My computer catches that before I download it, so I didn't get any of it. But I went to download Viva Mexico this morning, and same thing. And that was on a different site. It wasn't even on the same site. So apparently someone's hacked into the sites and causing some malicious activity. So I did message them and let them know that you can't download those mods anymore because they're just unsafe. I was lucky to get this one because they did catch the malware and cleaned it up, so I don't have malware. So I'm very lucky to have Coast to Coast. And now when you go to the site that I had downloaded it from, sharemods.com, I think it is, it says, when you get to the first page, it says dangerous site. So you can't even get into the site now. So someone has reported them, and they shut down the entire site. Now I went to another one, and I don't remember the name of it, but it was a mod site. Same thing. But I didn't get the message this time. I just got the malware message from my own computer where it picked up on it that there was malicious activity going on. And so they said you can't download that file. So So my computer's real good about that. I do have a new computer. I do have a new computer, folks. I bought it just for this game. And luckily it picks up on all that nonsense. I always thought that was an old thing. Or I didn't know that people were still doing that. I thought they would have learned by now, but apparently they don't. So my computer caught it, and I didn't end up with the virus or malware or any of that garbage. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm usually very careful about where I download stuff from. But I thought that since that came from SCS that it would be okay, but apparently it's not. Apparently somebody's hacked into it or put things in those files and re-uploaded them. And trying to cause or wreak havoc with people. So, not fun. 60 miles an hour here, so I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Put it on cruise control. So, if you want to play the game, go to SCS or Steam and buy the game. Buy all the states, because in order to play this, you have to have other states installed. I believe you have to have the states that touch this one. In other words, you have to have Utah, New Mexico, Arizona. I believe you have to have those mods installed, or those, I guess they're mods. You have to have those installed, because if you don't, this game will not work. So I'm not sure what all states you have to have. I mean, it's Washington. I want to say it's Washington, Utah, New Mexico. I think are the 3 states. Might have to have Arizona. But I know you have to have the states installed, or the game will not work. Nevada might be one of them too. If it touches one of these states, you have to have that mod from SCS for this to work. So, having said that, go get the paid versions, play those for a while, and then when you get bored like I did, come get this one.
Stay
if
left.
It's available. If you can do it, I don't know if you can. That's the thing. I don't know if you can do it because it's very difficult to download it now. So if you can find it and not have malware,
stay left,
viruses, and all that garbage in it, then go do it. It's a lot of fun. It's an interesting game. Certainly takes up a lot of your time. And do YouTube videos. Why not? You never know. People might start watching. I have seen some of them where they have a lot of views on their YouTube channels. I don't know that I'll ever get there. But I have seen some that have a lot of views. And I don't really do it for the views per se. I mean, I do, I guess, because I need the 4,000 hours of views and 1,000 subscribers in order to monetize my channel. But that would be nice on both of my channels.
Stay left.
I would love to do that. Because if I can do that on both of my channels, then I can have a little bit of extra income when I'm out on the road with the RV. And that's really my goal. I'm not looking to get rich on this. It'd be nice to get some of my money back for the computer and the mods and all the stuff you have to buy to play the game. Excuse me. But even if I don't do that, I'm still happy because the entertainment factor is worth the little bit of money I spent, relatively speaking. So we are about a little over 5 hours away, about halfway there. I think we're just over halfway. So we should be in Cookeville, Tennessee around 4:30 maybe? 5 o'clock, something around there.
Stay right, and then exit right.
All right, we're going to exit right up there for some reason.
Exit right.
Slow it down again. Got to slow it down. Can't go too fast around these bends. I'm not sure about the steering yet. Seems to be working a lot better, but I don't know if it's going as well as I'm going to need it to go 70 miles an hour around the sharp corner. Might not work that good. So flip the trailer over, right? Let's move over one more. I guess. It said move over, didn't it? Yeah, the steering's working a lot better than it was. Remember a few games ago, maybe 5, 6 games ago, we were all over the place with it. After I got coast to coast, it kind of went good for the first video, and then it just went off track for a little bit. Okay, we bypassed the scale. That's good. Thank you very much.
Stay left.
Stay left. This time we'll believe you. And we did that before, and we ended up passing the scale and got a big old fine. Why that car's going into the scale. Not sure what that's about. Get back on cruise control. Watch out, because he's going to come over. They're going to come over in front of us. Oh, our cars are in the scale. I don't know. Maybe that's the employees changing shifts or something. I know the Jeep has just disappeared. I don't see it there in the middle either. It's one of the things they were talking about on the message board, was that about the game not being perfect, that things do disappear. Are you still over there? Okay, he's 2 lanes over. I see it now. Okay. But they were talking about how things disappeared, roads didn't go anywhere, and they were put you on a route, and you get there, and the road would be gone.
Stay left.
So, yeah, those kinds of things. But I mean, they fixed those things, because those are things that would affect how you play your game. As far as street signs, that doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't
Stay
matter
left.
if they're accurate. I think this Jeep going there. Kind of got next to me and hung up there, didn't he? Or didn't they? Oh, make it gender, masculine gender. Not necessarily true. Okay, we're about 3 hours and 48 minutes away. Making pretty good time. We're going to be probably around 40 minutes, 45 minutes for this video, like I said. That's not too long of a video. It's about twice what I used to do. But it's okay. It's okay. As long as I keep them under an hour, you know, anything more than that, I think people are going to get bored unless it's a live video. And then you're not going to get, I would imagine you're not going to get people to watch it later if it's an hour or 2 hours long. You know, we're not making documentaries here or television movies or movies for Netflix. So we need to keep them relatively short. There's Camden, said, but like a big truck stop down there, doesn't it? And I did also, you remember I had the company names like Walmart and Tesla that we hauled for, and I also read on there that my assumption was probably correct, that it was a trademark thing, and SCS took it down for that reason. There was a trademark problem, I guess, with that. And I don't understand that, because the trailers, you can still buy trailers, put their names on them. We still see Walmart trailers here on the road, don't we? And we still see various company names. So I'm not sure why the load board would have been taken down, but not the trucks and the signs, because we still have that. But it's all good. You know, I don't want to draw attention to that. But, you know, in some places it was okay, other places it wasn't. So I don't know if they had a specific complaint about the company names on the loads or what. But for some reason they took down that one mod, not the others. And SCS did take that down because the man or the person that made that mod said that they didn't understand why SY Steam had deleted their mod. And that's probably why. They must have gotten some kind of communication from somebody saying you can't do that, or questioning it or something. Something happened. But it's all good. We can haul for charge just as easily as we can haul for Walmart, right? Doesn't matter. So we are coming up on 2 hours, about 2 hours and 20 minutes away. And you know, about 3 or 4 videos ago, I said I was going to show you at the end the damage to the truck when we didn't hit anything or run off the road or anything that would have caused actual damage, and I forgot to do it. But basically, I think what that is every trip you take causes damage to the truck in the sense that oil change, tires, wear and tear on the truck, normal wear and tear type things. So when it says that there's damage, it doesn't necessarily mean you hit something or somebody hit you or anything of that nature. We have had that. We've also had damage to the freight that I had to pay for in one of my loads a long
Stay left.
way back. Not that long ago. I've only been playing this game like, 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. I've been playing this game about 2 months, and I love it. Love this game. Spent a lot of time in here in the game room. It used to be my office, but now I just call it the game room. Spent a lot of time in here playing this game and doing videos that I love to do. Okay, they moved over. Good. Good. You know, we do really good on fuel. If you look at, we've been driving about 9 hours and we haven't barely
Stay
touched
left.
the fuel. Barely got any fuel off the tanks. Hour and 42 minutes to go. Just saw a sign that said Nashville. That's Chattanooga there. So that would be. I've been to Chattanooga now. I have been to Chattanooga in real life. That's down in the southern corner of Tennessee by the Georgia-North Carolina border. Kind of in that corner. So here we have Clarksville. I've been to Clarksville. And it wasn't on the last train either, if you know what that means. You know what that means, leave in the comment.
Stay left.
I'm going to imagine most of you don't because you're not old. Stay left. We will. So we discovered Little Rock in Hot Springs, and that was the only two. Because I think the next one we're going to come into is going to be Cookeville. I believe, if we haven't already passed Nashville. I think we've already passed Nashville. I think the next one's going to be Cookeville. And we will get off there, deliver this freight, and then we'll see where we go from there. I would imagine we're probably going to be going to bed sometime before we take another load, unless they have a short load. I'd like to have a short load, maybe over to Knoxville, maybe up to Greenville. Maybe Kingsport, Tennessee. Something like that would be good. But I don't see a lot of short loads on
Stay
here.
left.
I saw one in Texarkana, from Texarkana to Texarkana. But generally speaking, there are more longer loads.
Stay left.
Loads. And that's okay. You know, it is what it is, right? This is coast to coast, so obviously they want you to drive further. In the paid mod, you can't really drive that far unless you're up in Washington State going to Arizona, New Mexico. In this game, you can drive all different directions and drive a long way. And there's our friend the rain. Of course, we couldn't drive one day without having rain, could we? Seems to happen a lot to us. We're just about an hour away. We crossed I-40. I-40 was the road that I said I wanted to drive from Barstow to Wilmington all the way, and we missed from Raleigh down to Wilmington. We drove the road from Fort Smith, Arkansas to Raleigh, but we didn't get from Raleigh down to Wilmington. We went to Wilmington, but I kind of bought a garage there and then teleported in, so we didn't drive it. Okay, we get fast on the white road with white lines. I didn't play any music on this one. I think I've talked through the whole thing. Just kind of wanted to do a video today to unwind a little bit, I think. And then I'm going to go out and do something, even if it's wrong. I'll go do something else.
Stay right, and then exit right.
I played several videos over the weekend. Played several games. I don't even know how many there were. There were a lot.
Exit right.
Make sure we got stopped there. Slowed down.
Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
So we were almost there. We're about 26 minutes away, 13 miles. So we're going to deliver another one. And then we're going to see where we go from here. Really don't know where we're going to go on the next trip, do you? Now, I did figure out how to get around these corners a little bit easier with the steering, and that is to turn, steer, not do it all at one time. So what we do is we turn the wheel, and then we take our finger off the gas, off the fuel, and we turn it a little bit more, and then we put the finger back on the fuel button, and that's how we turn. We don't try to race around the corner. That's when we're starting out. Now when we're coming to an when we're driving and we're coming to a curve like that or a turn, we almost have to stop to do that or slow way down, which again is real life. That's what you're supposed to do. So the steering is set fairly decently. You know, it's working. Now we're going to get some heavy rain, looks like. Wow. We had some rain here the other day. My neighbor took a picture of a rainbow right over the top of my house. That was pretty cool. I don't believe I've ever been in Cookeville. I've driven by it, but I've never been in it. I mean, in real life. And we drove by it in the game, didn't stop. The wipers up there, but we're getting a little heavier rain here. Like when they turn to the left up there, so we need to get over.
Stay left, and then turn left.
I hope they'll unload, disconnect the trailer for me so I don't have to get wet. Wouldn't that be nice?
Turn left.
And there it is right there, coming up on the top of the GPS, folks. A few more turns, we'll be there. Won't be long, or as they say here in the South, won't be as long as it's been. I said about 45 minutes. That's about right. We're at 40 minutes right now. Take about another 5 minutes maybe to get over there, hopefully. And drop the trailer and see what the next load will be or what they've got coming out of here. And then we'll shut her down and do it again tomorrow. This is video number 86. Now, I did not count some of the videos on the count thing, like when I did the intro, the outro, some of those types of things. So it's actually more than that up there. But this is video number 86 in the series. Wow.
Stay right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Oh man, we're almost there, folks. We're almost there. Can't see it on the monitor on the GPS right now, but we're pretty close. It's right down the street here on the right, I believe. So, like I said, we'll get this one delivered, and then we will see where we go from here. I'm hoping to get something up northeast or further south, maybe into Florida or work our way up into New England states. I haven't been up to the upper Midwest. I haven't been to the southern part of the country other than across from Tallahassee over to Texas and back. But I want to go down into Florida. There's actually loads going to Key West, Florida, which would be kind of cool. That would be cool. Kind of cool to have loads going down to Key West, Florida, isn't it? There's New Orleans in there. There's all kinds of cool cities to go to. So we'll see. We're going to stay in the left lane, looks like. I'm going to turn left, but looks like it. We'll know when we get there. Well, we're coming up on 43 minutes. We got to hurry up. I'm going to keep my 45-minute promise, right? Can't go too fast. It's only 35 here. Might be a little bit over 45. I don't know. We might be there. We'll see. We'll see.
Stay left.
Stay left. Oh, the Wallbirds again. Hopefully this isn't as bad as the last one. My goodness, that last one, we couldn't get in there for nothing. And that last one stopped us right there because they said we were hitting that wall.
We are finished.
Way far away from that wall. Oh, we did it this time. Oh, let's get over there. Get over there. Okay, we made it here. I think we can put it right there. I think we can do that. Guess we can do it here and we'll call somebody out there. Disconnect it for us so we don't get wet. And we did it. And we are here, folks. We did it in 44:45. We got about 15 seconds left. Come on, speed it up a little bit. Okay, we did good there. See whatever loads I have real quick. Oh, we're at 45 minutes. They missed us. Oh, there's Cleveland, Ohio. That's the one I was looking for right there. That's the one I was looking for to go to Cleveland. Get us out of the South and the central part of the country. So we may pick that one up and go up north. We might do that one. It's a 11-hour and 16-minute ride. There are no cities that we're going to pick up because it missed Cincinnati. And Louisville, they have it over here. Louisville is actually over here. On to Cleveland. If we pick it up right here, we go to Cleveland, and then we can go from Cleveland wherever else we need to go. I don't know. We'll see where we go from there. I know there was some loads going to Detroit, and so Cleveland could put us in the right direction. But we'll pick that one up in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one out, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for riding along. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and hit that bell so you know when there's new videos coming out. And we'll catch you on the next one. See you when we see you.